All right, guys, welcome back to Week 12, Season 2 of the Seahawks franchise. I know it's been a minute since we've uploaded. I apologize for that, but I've been extremely busy with work, so I've had very little time to make videos. And I've also been working on the Coke Johnston video as well, and that's been taking a minute to upload because, we got two players in that career series. So it's like 30 seasons that I gotta cover in this one video. Anyways, relax. We're not going to be talking about work. Don't got to worry about work. Let's worry about how the Seahawks franchise is going. We're 4-6, playing in Atlanta. They're also 4-6, and we're I don't know how many games exactly we are behind the Rams, but I think we lost both games already this season to the Rams, who are now 7-3. And I think we just hit a turning point with this team where we might actually be able to progress and potentially go on a winning streak. I don't want to jinx us, but we've started to actually play pretty well. Derek Hall's getting an upgrade. I'm going to boost, let's see. To me, he's more of a speed rusher, 87 speed, 92 excel. His power move is so much higher, though. Let's just go power move. I want to continue to develop him, and I hate the fact that earlier in the season we missed getting him a development upgrade to star dev. He's still over just at regular normal dev. Sheldon Daniels is getting an upgrade, and if you guys don't remember from the last episode too, we are moving on from playing Sheldon Daniels and playing, what's his name, Shane Kirkland, and we're going back to Geno, and that's actually what kind of spurred us playing really well in our last game. All right, this week we're going to focus on the middle linebacker position. So middle linebacker, we have obviously Christian Patterson, a 21-year-old who was converted from outside linebacker to middle linebacker. We also have Devin Bush. But we're looking for more depth there. Devin Bush may be on the way out. We don't know. But I would also like to get a taller interior linebacker. I'm looking for an interior linebacker that can rush the passer as well up the middle. And so let's just see what they've got. Let's see. Right now, we don't even have a round one projection middle linebacker. Edward Thomas is the first, 6 feet tall, 23 years old. Great to elite speed and excel and jumping, which is good to see if he's a little bit shorter. His play rec seems solid. Hit power is a B. Man coverage is a C. The thing is, when the number one middle linebacker is around 2 to 3 projection, he's probably going to get picked higher than around 2 to 3, simply because there's going to be teams that have a need of a middle linebacker, and they're probably going to draft him a little bit higher, probably late first round. We're still going to add him anyways, but that's just something to take into consideration. Even though for a round 2 to 3 projection, they may get taken higher. Julius Flemings, A block shed, B pursuit, B tackle, C zone, and athleticism seems solid. His block shed's an A, man. Yeah, like run stopper seems good, but the thing is we have Christian Patterson already. So I don't necessarily think we need a strict run stopper. Christine Anthony. I almost said Christian Anthony. Christine Anthony, he's got pretty solid athleticism. He's got A hit power, A play rec. I love to see that. His block shed looks good. His man coverage could be good. His zone is only a C, so I doubt his man coverage is great. Christine Anthony, we're going to add him to the board as around 3 to 4. That is really good value. We've got Jamar Vincent, 6'1", 23 years old, really good athlete. B finesse move, B man coverage. We can't see what his zone is. Anything else standing out to me? I'm not going to take him. He's out of Bama. Just because he's 23 years old. I mean, he's decent value for around 2 to 3, but I just don't feel like adding him to the board. We get so many players already on the big board. Alex Hewitt, 6'2", run stopper, 23 years old as well. Not a lot of young interior linebackers in this draft class, and that might be why they don't have a lot of round one projections. Marcus Tiller, 6'1" out of Texas. He's 22, so not super young, but he looks like a good athlete. Hit power is a B. Zone is terrible, so we're not even going to take a look at him. He's not high enough. He's not tall enough to have that low of a zone. Devin Ridgeway, look at this guy. He's 24 years old, so a lot of these interior linebackers are really old. Sean Gore, 6'3". I like to see that. Out of Washington State, 22. But look at the key ratings. C's and D's. Athleticism is okay. Nothing else that I'm seeing that looks fantastic on him. So we're not going to add him to the board. We got Chris Washington, 6'1", out of Utah, 23 years old. He's a day 3 projection. So we're getting pretty low here, almost to the undrafted players. Finally, we have a guy that kind of fits what I'm looking for in another interior linebacker. Glenn Messina is 6'3". He doesn't fit in terms of his skill set, just his his height and his overall size. Athleticism is fantastic, so he could be a developmental player in the late, round 6 or round 7. We will add him. Could be good value later on in the draft. Really good athlete for 6'3". And then Max Watkins is a pass coverage interior linebacker. Athleticism is decent. And then we've gone to the undrafted players. Is there anyone that's standing out to me immediately? No. And again, Gooden is our slot receiver now. Gooden's going to get a lot of PT, and he's still the kick returner and punt returner, I think, for us. Gooden on the return, trying to break outside, but is going to get tackled down at the 25 or 19-yard line. Geno in the offense, coming out in the field. We are in, let's see, actually, what can we put JSN in? Do a corner route for him out of the slot. What we're going to have him do is we're going to have him do a zig route. And he beat his man. It looked like it was actually zone coverage, but JSN picks up almost 10. Geno, nice first completion. You know what we're going to do? We're going to run it up the middle. They have a lot of linebackers and corners on the outside, so the middle looks pretty weak, actually. And we at least pick up the first. Ken Walker goes down after picking up just that 1 yard. Again, I'd love to hear from you guys what you think about what we should do with the, not just the structure of the team, but also the play calling. How should we adjust our offense? Let's see. One-on-one. Oh, what a throw by Geno off his foot. Oh, DK almost made a miss. Running to his right, Geno made a really good throw. It was inaccurate, or not totally inaccurate, but DK fought back to the football. Definitely was a risky throw. Considering the history of this team's passing offense, definitely probably shouldn't have made that throw, but we got rewarded this one time. Jordan Brooks. I didn't realize Jordan Brooks was on Falcons. Remember, we wish we could have re-signed him. Noah Fant underneath. Surprisingly held on to it. Making it 3rd and 6. They were just in cover 4. We're going to move Noah Fant over to the left. And it looks like it is zone coverage. We got Ken Walker unmarked right now, but we got DK, looks like in a one-on-one. And we're taking that shot for DK one-on-one. He beat his man. He can hold on to it for the touchdown. And the offense has done a complete 180 so far after the last game and this first quarter. All right, we got Mike Morris getting some PT. You know, what was working last week was us playing base 4-3, but we're going to get back into nickel. And Bijan makes us pay immediately, picks up more than 10, spins off of one tackler. Ooh, and they snapped it so quick. Kenya Porter sheds the block pretty quickly, gets hands on Bijan, and then Bijan is brought down. I don't know why we're doing that celebration, the seatbelt celebration. It was in the pass play, but all right, Marquise Blair. All right, they're in pistol. Looks like another run again for Bijan. We come over to try to make the tackle. Bijan shrugs off again and then breaks Tariq Woolen's ankles. Finally, Julian Love is able to make the tackle on Bijan after he makes 2 of our defenders miss. And Bijan is doing whatever he wants right now. It's crazy because I don't know what his overall is right now. He's superstar dev. He's not even superstar X Factor. But God, when he gets X Factor, he's going to be incredibly annoying to deal with. Kyle Pitts tackled down for only a gain of 3. And this is basically what our strategy is what the Chiefs did to the Niners. Make Desmond Ridder throw the football. Don't let Bijan beat us. We got to make Desmond Ridder beat us. And if he beats us, then we just got to live with it. Oh my God. Good defense by, who was that again? Jamie Collins. Like, it's so weird to me seeing Jamie Collins wear number 54. All right, we've adjusted that a little bit. Jamie Collins has been put back on the bench because we got Devin Bush back in. And we got Derek Hall out here, who has been playing pretty well these last couple of games. Devin Bush dropping into coverage. The crosser beats Julian Love for the first down. Pickup down into the red zone. Oh. Really, no one on this offense, I feel like, should be beating us aside from Bijan and maybe Drake London. The slant route, we're there. Great coverage by Tariq. In zone, got his hand in there on the slant, and played a little bit outside of his actual coverage to get that stop, which I love to see. Not playing like a hard, strict zone. And Bijan on the handoff. Devin Bush combines with Patterson for the tackle, making it 3rd and 7. We gotta get off the field. We can't let them pick up first. We can't let them score a TD. We got to keep this lead going because when we have the lead, that lets us run with Ken Walker so much more. Oh, man. I don't like this. They got a lot of time. Throws it at the back of the end zone. That's perfect for us. We're going to take that field goal. DK is an X Factor. So we're going to try an RPO. If he's wide open, we'll give it to him. If he's not, we're going to give it to Ken Walker. Pretty open. DK can't hold on to. Oh, my God. Almost got intercepted. Jesse Bates forces the knockout. I thought for sure that should be caught. He had so much space. Anyway, we're going to go back to running the football. DK's out of X Factor after that drop. for that forced knockout. And Manhurst coming over to set up this wham block. Out to the left. Didn't exactly work out how it was supposed to. We got no push along the offensive line. Ken Walker has been averaging 6 or 7 yards per carry. Now he's averaging 1 yard per carry through 3 carries. Nice. It's obviously a passing down. We're going to have Noah Fant on a curl. See if that can pull the linebackers down. And they're blitzing. Noah Fant, can he hold on to it? He does. And that is something that Noah Fant has not been doing recently, is catching through contact, which he was so good at last season. But he showed up big time for us for that first down pickup. Jesse Bates couldn't make another one of our receivers drop the football. And Ken Walker. We got Noah Fant running the corner route. Holds onto it again through contact. And again, we talked about how Ken Walker in his first season, if you aren't familiar with the franchise, the first season he tore his pec in the preseason, didn't play at all, and we were able to upgrade a lot of his receiving back stats. And so he's a great receiving threat. Not the best receiving back. He's not Kamara level, but or Christian McCaffrey level, but he's getting closer. He's getting a lot closer to that. And I can't wait to see what he can be when we've really upgraded his receiving. The big problem we have right now, though, is that our offensive line is so poor. I wish we could run the ball more, but see on this read option, what are we going to do? We're going to keep it with Geno. Geno got the easy first down pickup. We're going to slide down. But yeah, we're getting no push on the O-line. And Ken Walker, the good thing about him as a speed back is that he actually has like 88 truck. Gooden, I can see getting wide open here in the seam. We'll see if this linebacker drops back. He does. We're going to throw it to Ken Walker instead. Ken Walker just has Terrell on him. He should break that tackle off of Terrell like every time. I know Terrell got there pretty quickly, but I just disagree. RPO with Gooden. Looks like it could be man coverage. We're probably going to, yeah, we're going to hand off to Ken Walker. And the block shed is so quick, man. We're getting 1 yard a carry off of these crazy block sheds. All right, we're going to try this out. Again, we just talked about how we're using Ken Walker more in the passing game. Going to send him out wide. Send him on a go. Yeah, that affects the defense. JSN. We're going to send him on a 5 yard out. This looks like it's man. Oh, JSN held on to it surprisingly. The safety came down. We're going to go no huddle. Geno is 9 for 10. We're going to give ourselves the option here of the RPO. Looks like it is man coverage, and it is. This should be a first down. Ken Walker picks it up and fights through more contact, finally getting some yards with contact. Ken Walker down at the 9 yard line, first and goal. You can't get too excited. We're playing a 4-6 team. I mean, we're 4-6 as well, but all right, we're gonna send DK on. Because why not? We're gonna send DK on a fade. We're gonna send Gooden on a slant. Yeah, trust DK to get open here, one-on-one. DK holds on to it through the contact from Phillips. What a crazy catch. We take another touchdown to give us a 14-3 lead. And this is what DK was doing really well earlier in the season and last year too, was just getting these one-on-one balls. And normally he's only getting like 3 catches per game, but he's getting 30 yards per catch. But we got to find ways to get him open aside from just, one-on-one jump balls. Got a pinch right now in the center. We really just need to cover Bijan. Where is Bijan at? He's blocking right now. Being a diversion. Desmond Ridder throws it away. Borderline intentional grounding. He threw it to absolutely nobody. Didn't go past the line of scrimmage, I don't think. And barely got outside the tackles. But all right. We're going to contain again. We pinched, but we also contained our DNs, I think, on the last play. I think. Bijan on the carry. Devin Bush comes down for the tackle, making it 3rd and long, which is exactly where we want to keep the Falcons at. Make it so that Bijan's not an option to run the football, most likely. Got Derek Hall dropping back into coverage, and Boyamafe is going to come down. We know it's a pass. Watch over the middle. We're there. Desmond Ridder throws it away again, and we force another punt. Desmond is 2 for 7. Try play action. After getting some success running the football, I bet JSN's going to be wide open. Zone coverage. JSN's got a soft spot underneath the safety. He holds on to it. He does. Down at the 27 yard line. A little bit risky to pass from like our own 10 yard line, but it ended up working out. Right? It feels like we can do no wrong on offense right now. I'm going to try running the football again. See if the blocks will hold up. Into the outside. I mean, again, how is Ken Walker only getting 2 yards on those carries? He's got a one-on-one. I mean, that's just he has to have absolutely perfect. What's it called? Yeah, he's basically got to have a perfect angle to be able to make that play. Noah Fant underneath. Holds onto it through the contact once again. 3rd and 3. Geno now 12 for 13. Very different from how he started the season. He started the season borderline at 50% completion, which is really low for him. Also, if you hear like a rattling in the background, that's my dog. And Noah Fant with a nice chip block. I think that's a chip. Well, it's not a chip because there's a run play, I think. But Kenneth Walker on the carry, picks up the first. Relatively balanced offense so far. I mean, 2-to-1 passing to running. All right, we're going to try another run. This is going to be up the middle again. 2.5 minutes left, so I want to make sure that we... Oh, Kenneth Walker makes 2 guys miss. Picks up 7 yards on the play, now averaging up to 3 yards a carry. Trying to get down to the 2-minute warning here. All right, going for another run. And getting to the edge did not work out. They got pressure up the middle immediately, so we're going to have to pass here on 3rd and 4. But let me know if you guys, if you've been watching this series for a minute, let me know if you think that our trades that we made mid-season before the trade deadline actually helped us. I think it just established our identity more, especially on offense with losing Tyler Lockett. On play action, Gooden underneath. Gooden picks up the first easily. All right, play action has been working. Let's try a read option, though. If you can read the edge here. Gonna leave that space open. Kenneth Walker fights through the middle. Oh, he went for a truck. If only. Didn't go for the truck. We're gonna use our first timeout. We're gonna send Gooden on a go. I think he actually could win one-on-one up the middle with little safety help. And I think he got a step. Gooden holds on to it for the touchdown. I can't believe it. One-on-one. There was no safety help. I saw it looked like a zero blitz, or it looked like it might have been cover 1. Either way, the safety was not helping. Maybe it was looking at DK. Deion Gooden is like one of our lowest priorities probably to defend, but I mean, an underthrown, poorly thrown ball by Geno, but Gooden fought back to it, scored the touchdown, and a huge lead for us at half. Right, it looks like it's a pass play. We can see got some corner routes coming. Watching the outside on the left. Can we get the pick? Devin Witherspoon almost got it. Ritter now 2 for 8. We're going to send a zone blitz. We know this is man again, or we know this is going to be a pass play. See that crosser. So we know Kyle Pitts is... Oh, okay. Oh, one-on-one. Tariq. Oh, he gave up the pass. Fairmont Jones gets injured on the play, too. It's going to be an injury timeout. And so Atlanta gets to keep all 3. We get the ball to 50 without having to use a single timeout. We know it's another pass coming. We see the corner, or the deep in. Oh, boy, Mafia got cut out in coverage on Kyle Pitts. Draymond Jones has broken ribs. A huge loss for us. But luckily, we do have Kenya Porter. We're just going to have another one of our D tackles, Young, come in here. They're running a lot of corner routes against us. And I guess it makes sense. We are playing base 3-4. That's putting a lot of pressure on the outside against our corners and safeties. Another corner route, this time coming from Kyle Pitts. We're going to press him as much as we can. On the outside, they can't connect. All right, we're coming out in dime. We got Derek Hall and Wayne Mafe on the outside, rushing the passer. And we're shoving Desmond Ritter to the outside, and again he throws it away. We could have a lot of opportunities for some sacks, but Ritter's able to escape outside the pocket and at least throw it away. They're going to take the field goal on 4th and 4 with 20 seconds remaining. And so that's going to make it 21-6 at half as long as they do end up making this field goal. And it's going to go through. All right, at the half, I think we're going to continue to try to focus on running it in the inside. The weird thing is with Ken Walker, I really want to, get some outside stretch runs. Let's see, we're going to try to focus on defending against Ritter especially. I'm not too worried about the deep ball. I'm worried more about the short pass and the run to Bijan Robinson. But, yeah, what I was saying was Ken Walker, we would like to get him in some outside stretch runs, but I feel like, Charles Cross, Abe Lucas, our tackles, are not the best at run blocking. And with Ken Walker's speed, if he can break through up the middle, break one tackle off a linebacker, I think he could actually pretty easily score a touchdown. Can we get the pick? Oh, Devin Witherspoon was in position. Almost had the interception. Christian Patterson being asked to play coverage on a receiver on that play. All right, we're coming out in nickel. We did play most of the first half in base 3-4, but now that they're down, they're going to be sitting in 3 receiver sets a lot more frequently. Desmond Ritter watching for slants on the left side. We saw slants coming, and Tariq Woolen had no reaction whatsoever to the ball. And so that's going to be a completion to Corey Davis for 8 yards. 6 completion for Ritter. Now they're in I form, so you know we got to worry about the run. Bijan. And even if, like, you know, we're playing passively on the run, playing a little bit back, trying to make sure we don't give up anything, Bijan can hurt you so much. 4th and inches. If I was the Falcons, I would almost consider going for this from your own 36, especially if tush pushes were a thing. But they're going to be punting it. And Deion Gooden is going to be on the return, starting at the 15-yard line and bringing it up at least to the 28. Not bad. Yeah, like we talked about, the game plan for us with the 21-6 lead, running it more up the middle with Ken Walker, see if that continues to work for us, and got some blocks. We could have actually broken to the outside that time. For some reason, the DB for the Falcons was on the outside and then just somehow, like, kind of flew in, went into the middle, and so we didn't see that in time. Train RPO, so this is going to be around to the outside if it's there. Thought about the throw to JSN, but Ken Walker's going to get that first down pickup for us. Now up to 12 carries for 48 yards. And, you know, it can be boring to watch us run the football so much, especially when the passing game has been working like it has. So what we're going to do is we have DK getting pressed. And you know when we see DK getting pressed, we're going to basically throw this go ball every single time. And there's no safety help. So if there's no safety help, I mean, it's just a touchdown. Phillips gets burnt again. Last time it was in the red zone for the TD. This time on a go route. Tried to press DK one-on-one. It didn't work out. We scored the touchdown, take a 28-6 lead. Again, with this much momentum, we can see what their plays are, which is kind of cheap, honestly, but, you know, let's see if it can help us get a pick potentially. And on a crosser, it was open against Julian Love. I was watching the other in route. And so we see a slant coming. We're going to play underneath on this slant. Kyle Pitts could be on a slant too. Gotta watch the right side as well. Most likely he's gonna throw it to the right. He throws it underneath to Bijan. Christian Patterson comes down, gets a sure tackle, making it 3rd and 12. And in empty, definitive pass. We know that for sure. And it's a screen. Oh, we almost got to it for the pick, but either way, it's gonna be incomplete. Desmond Ridder now 7 for 18, and we're gonna get the ball punted back to us. Good on the return again, see if we can get anything out of this. And immediately shed the block by through Trey Flowers, and Gooden gets injured holding his back, and now he's holding his wrist. Okay, I guess. Coming out in single back once again, our 2 tight end sets, running it up the middle with Ken Walker and getting a good block. Ken Walker getting to the outside. He's got one man to beat. AJ Terrell finally brings him down at the 28th. You'd think he could run away from Terrell maybe, but I didn't think Terrell had the angle there. Gooden has a bruised. Did they say he has a bruised sternum? We have to double check that. Bruised sternum. So let's go through this real quick. He got injured on the return, and it looked like he had injured his back. He was holding his back. And then when we saw him walking up the field, he was holding his wrist. And then now on the injury report, he has a bruised sternum. Just take it all in. And we're going to actually switch DK to a comeback route, see if we can get him the football in this case. And instead, Fant. Oh, no. See, the problem with that route by Fant on the comeback is that the comeback gets in the way of it. The comeback's going to be right in that spot. If he was on his typical go route, DK that is, then Fant would have been wide open. But we put DK on the comeback because we thought it was going to be there, but then there was a flat defender covering the comeback, so it didn't end up working out. Fant could get open. He's getting quad teamed. Wow. Well, Geno, 4 TDs, man, by far his best game this season, despite throwing that last football. Got DK on a corner. We got Derek on a zig because he's back in with Gooden being injured. And JSN we're going to send on a go. Kind of like a flood concept. And so, JSN was wide open. We couldn't get the throw off. It was going to go to DK anyways. We didn't think JSN was going to be open on that play. He almost took the sack, and we're going to end up taking the field goal. Devin Witherspoon with the game-clinching pick with 10 seconds left. He might be able to get this for a pick six. That would be huge for his development. It's in bad taste to return it, but we're going to do it anyways. Hopefully the clock runs out. Bijan tries to stop it with 1 second left. We get the touchdown. And normally this would start a fight on the field. All right, we pull away with the 41-13 win in Atlanta to move from 4-6 to 5-6. Now on a 2 straight game winning streak. I guess that is the minimum for a winning streak. Geno, again, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks, had a near-perfect performance. 12 yards per attempt, 20 for 24, nearly 300 passing yards. Ken Walker, 22 carries, 130 yards, 6 yards per carry. And Geno having a good game with the read options as well, despite the 1 fumble he had. That was on a pass play. In receiving yards, DK, again, only 4 catches. 3 of them going for touchdowns, 140 receiving yards in total. Noah Fant with 4 catches for 44. Gooden with 2 catches for 43 and the 1 TD. And JSN with 5 catches for 41. Ken Walker pitched in 5 catches as well for 22 yards. Defensively, leading in tackles for loss is Christian Patterson, and overall in tackles is Devin Bush and Marquise Blair. Not a single sacked. Desmond Ridder kept throwing the football away, though, admittedly, when we were about to get a sack. We got that 1 interception for a pick 6 at the very end of the game, coming from Devin Witherspoon for 100 yards. All right, Devin Witherspoon, after the game, gets an upgrade. We're going to boost him to an 86, see what he's getting overall from this upgrade. He's getting agility, awareness, man coverage, and +3 to press. See where that takes him now at 23 years old, 2nd year in the league. Up to 88 man, still only 73 zone. We got to work on that a little bit. And hopefully we can boost his excel a little bit as well. Press is an 85, though, which is pretty good. After the game, we do have that 1 injury coming in from Draymond Jones. Broken ribs for 5 weeks. So that means Kenya Porter is going to be stepping up, and he is going to be our starting D tackle, he's more than capable of doing that. And then Toby Nowak should be back next week from his ruptured disc injury, our 1st-round pick. And my goal is to absolutely increase the frequency of the uploads for this series. And you know what? If you're upset with the amount of uploads we've had for this series, you got to take it up with my dog. He is the guy that is constantly making sure I'm not uploading, because he's just staring at me the whole time when I'm making these videos. So, leave a comment if you've gotten this far in the video, and ask Buddy for me to ask Buddy if I can upload more of these videos. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.